Well, the Lingayats form one of the largest communities as far as Karnataka's population is concerned. The Lingayats also form the major vote bank for the BJP. The Vokkaligas, which is another large community here in Karnataka, form a major vote bank for the JDS. It's no surprise that the BJP as well as the JDS have been siding with the Lingayats' demand here, especially one of the subcategories there or the sub-communities there, which is the Panchamasali Lingayats. Now, what is the demand that they've made? They fall under the 3A category, but they want to be brought to the 2A category. And this has been a demand that has been laid down by them since 2011. Many of the seers from that community have been talking about it, and they've been suggesting that several CMs have come and gone, but their demand remains unfulfilled. Taking over this particular demand, especially on the first day of the winter session that was held of the Karnataka Assembly in Belagavi, Mr. Basavajaya Mrityunjay, one of the most controversial BJP leaders, rigged up this issue on the floor of the House. It turned out to be a heated debate between the Congress as well as the BJP. Now, what has been the Congress's stand? Chief Minister Siddaramaiah has been countering this, talking about how a similar measure that was undertaken by the previous BJP's regime, where they withdrew the 4% reservation that was already awarded to the Muslims and divided it into 2% for 3A, 2% for the 3B category, which definitely did not really sit well, and the matter went up to the Supreme Court, and the BJP had to relent and say that status quo would be maintained. This particular issue was brought on the floor of the House by Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, who did mention this. Why bring up an issue like this once again? However, Chief Minister Siddaramaiah also said that the matter actually lies with the Backward Class Commission, and they are the ones who need to take a call on this. However, while the heated exchange was on, the matter had to be adjourned, and all eyes were on how the assembly session would take place on day 2, whether this issue would be discussed further. In the meantime, the seer had promised to stage a protest. The protest arrangements were already on, where they wanted to know if they could bring tractors, but restrictions were imposed, which actually led to the debate in the first place. The seer went ahead with the protest that was held today, and the Lathi-Charge and a heated exchange or altercation between the police as well as the protesters took place. The police had to resort to Lathi-Charge and also had to detain several of them while they were taken into preventive custody. All eyes are on when the assembly session resumes and what could be the steps that would be taken when the discussion proceeds both between the BJP as well as the Congress. This has been a sensitive topic, and especially at a time when leaders like Mr. Yediyurappa, known as the Lingayat strong man, has really not done anything about this. How would this take shape, especially when it comes to Yatnal lending his support to these protests, and how this would take shape with respect to the way the Congress government would act? Because this is definitely not something that the Congress government needs at this point in time, because Chief Minister Siddaramaiah is already battling a number of issues, right from the Waqf controversy to the Muda allegations there. We'll have to wait to see how this would be another issue that could play out to become a bigger political flashpoint between the two parties here in the political landscape of Karnataka. Pratibha Raman in Bengaluru for NDTV.